Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of the Locker Room Life podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Frank. I got my buddy Logan here. Logan, I want to start off this special episode by just celebrating the small things. And the first small thing that I want to celebrate is 10K followers on the Instagram for your boys over here at the Locker Room Life podcast. Dude, I cannot I just, it's a cool thing for me. We always had a really rad mission in regards to why we wanted to do this. And when you and I first talked about it, and Jay as well, I think when we went through what we really wanted to build and seeing that it's in motion it's something super humbling. And I just want to celebrate that with you, my friend.
It's awesome. It's really crazy that we've only been doing this now. It's 7 months now. It's already gotten that much traction with that many people. So we appreciate each and every one of you who listens, follows the Instagram, watches the reel. It all helps us, and it hopefully keeps helping the rest of the hockey community and beyond.
We are super thankful for everybody being so supportive, and that is in regards to our friends, our family, everybody that's listening, but also just the people that we've had on. Our mission was to have just a mix of people in the industry in all different realms. And we're going to continuously do that in regards to building content that people can have a lot of knowledge, especially for the younger generation that's listening, being able to take away something from the show. We're funny, we're lighthearted, we joke around with the best of them, and the guests we have are just the best expression of that. Also being able to have a lot of really great knowledge to just offer. That's an amazing thing, and we're super proud of it to this point. So yeah, buddy. On top of that, life, man. What is going on in the life of Logan Kuvo? There's a lot to talk about, my bud.
I got a lot going on right now. Family, it's been a crazy couple of weeks for me. I've actually just started to, not necessarily wind down during the weekend, but I've had weekends to myself, past couple ones, so it's been nice. Before that, we had the best damn skate, the weekend of it. It was pretty awesome. Pro guys, college guys came out for the brand here in Columbus. Frank was supposed to come. He didn't come. You're going to get our first in-person podcast with us, but it's fine. It was amazing, though. Really, I couldn't have asked for more. And it's just really humbling for me, kind of see all these guys come out. And not only is it's a good skate, like obviously most guys want to come out and get a good skate in, but they want to come out and support me, support the brand. And I told every one of them that it means a lot to me. We had Locker Room Life, we had Buddy, we had Cap Shock, we had an awesome, and Best Damn Tape, obviously, but we had an awesome amount of people and some super cool content coming to you guys soon.
Yeah, super bummed, man. We've talked about this a million times over. Super bummed, especially seeing the photos, especially talking to the boys. Just an amazing opportunity to get a lot of rad guys together in one place, just working on their skills and working on themselves, and especially seeing a lot of these guys that hockey is a profession for them, and being able to see that and see that passion come through is an amazing thing. But also the support for the brand, Best Damn Tape, just being able to be there and got a good brand. And I think that's important to always do. We had a little hand in it as well. And like Logan said, Cap Shock as well. So it was cool. It was a cool event. We are going to do another one. Logan and I are cooking up already what next year is going to hold, and it's going to be bigger and better. But
absolutely,
yeah, man, what would I be if I didn't bring up the fact that
you're melting? Yep, I knew it. I knew it.
I have my nephew in town, which is awesome. He's a junior at Virginia Tech, so just being able to spend that time before he goes into this crucial years of college is rad. We just been hanging and being able to spend that good uncle nephew time. So family is so important, especially like you said, winding down, especially in the summertime, taking that time with the family, right? The season is so busy with everything, and I think the days, the months pass on so fast. So it's important to take those moments to just relax.
Absolutely.
Be with the family. I want to kick it off with some news. What do you got?
Yeah, we started to do some cool little segments on the show, and this is the Best Damn Breakdown, sponsored by Best Damn Tape. And Frank, we talked about it before, and I thought you really hit on some awesome points, especially on this topic that we're going to bring up here. So take it away.
For those that are following it, there was a ruling on 5 Canadian hockey players that were involved in an event. We're not going to go into the finer details of it, but those who are following it, and you can look it up if you want to, but there was an event that happened, an incident, I guess you would say, with 5 Canadian hockey players. There was a verdict that was given. We're staying clear of was it right, was it wrong, all of that, because that's not our concern. What Logan and I wanted to bring home, and especially to our community, is that the consistent theme with hockey players and with anybody in life is that you never want to put yourself in situations that could compromise the bigger and better things for your future. We're going to leave it at that, and especially because there's a lot of different situations. We don't know the whole story. We're not going to pretend to know the whole story. What we're here to do is just talk to the younger generation, especially because we were players and we went through it, and we were that age a long time ago. Well, for me, a long time ago. For Logan, only a couple few years ago. But again, I think conduct in a player and in anything we do in life, it's consistent that you just want to make sure that you keep yourself in situations that aren't going to compromise that. There's certain events that can turn your life. You just want to always be aware of your surroundings, always be aware of your company, and always be aware that the little things that you think could be nothing could turn into something that could completely turn the path of your life in a completely different direction. But I'm happy that there was a verdict. That's first and foremost. Now the next stage of everyone's life can continue, and whatever that holds for everybody, we always hope that the best for them, for everybody involved. We just wanted to talk about it because I think it's important to just bring it up. And I know that organizations are doing a better job of talking about personal conduct and player conduct, not only for the organization, but for themselves and for their development later in years. But I think it's something that we want to see continue on for organizations, for teams, and, for parents, just to basically have those tough conversations with kids, especially at that age. Life is hard enough, especially now in the social media age. There's a lot of pressures out there. We just wanted to talk about it. I want to hear your thoughts on it, Logan.
I think with the last thing you said there, I mean, parents, I think that's something. I mean, if you're a good parent, hopefully you're instilling that into your kid to always do the right thing. But I think on an organizational, coach, team level, it needs to be talked about more, just conduct in general. I mean, we were both players. It's not like something that they blatantly bring up in the room always. It's either a one-on-one conversation with someone if something had happened or yada, yada, yada. But I think it should be more of a prominent thing because, I mean, like you were just saying, if you're human just in general, you always want to do the right thing, but it just means more to those guys' futures. Someone who isn't a professional athlete, teams and kids with the social media age growing up, everything's going to keep changing. And we just need to really make sure those things are non-negotiable before everything else starts to keep happening. I couldn't agree more. It's just conduct and making sure we're always doing the right thing.
Guilt by association is a real thing. It sucks. It's your intentions as a person could be completely pure, but it could be a victim of the circumstance of where you are, the company you keep. Putting a button on this, but we just wanted to talk about it because I think it's a really great moment for us to talk about as a group. Again, remind ourselves that there's so many amazing things to accomplish in life. It's those minute decisions that sometimes could change the whole path of your life. But anyways, that's it. We're buttoning it up. As Logan likes to say, we'll throw a small ribbon on this one, not on the episode, but just on this topic. But let's move on. Our next segment, Bud, Are You Serious? Brought to you by Buddy Hockey Club. Logan, I wanted to bring up something to really just bring this segment at a start is we've been seeing professionals showing up at beer league. Okay. I get it. The guys want to get in games. They're in the summer. They've had their rest time. They have their training, but they want to get in games. So when you show up on a Wednesday night and Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl come out, I told you this off camera, I would just be like, boys, I got this thing I got to take care of. My skate's having issues. I got to leave. I got to take care of something. Sorry.
Boys, I actually pulled a hammy on the way in.
Save myself the complete embarrassment of just being dusted and then completely obliterated on social media. No thanks. Want to save my pride a little bit.
When they're not even trying either, which would be even worse.
But we talked about it. It's a cool thing. I think being able to see guys like that in the community. I know, Logan, you mentioned it, but Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, they've been in Edmonton for a long time. So just to see that evolution of them as young players growing into themselves, but also their community.
Yep.
It's awesome. I think it's amazing to see kids out there and parents and fans, and the minute they touch the puck, people just go absolutely nuts. So it's amazing. And we talk about the business of hockey and the non-negotiables of the daily life, but it's really cool to see those moments of guys like that taking their time to just know the importance of something small like that to the community. So
It was awesome, and I mean, it kind of does show. Like I said, we talked about it before. McDavid, hopefully, what I said, he was going to stay there after the next year. But on to the next thing. I mean, man, I know we had two coming up, but I think I'm going to do this one first. Porter Martone. Everyone knows. Everyone saw it. Michigan State, big pickup for the boys after losing the Hobie Baker winner and the biggest prospect of the next class coming in. It's crazy. It's going to be a battle between Penn State and Michigan State this year. It's going to be crazy, especially because when this comes out, it'll be probably a couple days after that Luke, I believe Luke Misa just committed to Penn State as well. It's going to be a battle between those teams. It's a big pickup.
yeah, we talk about it all the time. I think the NIL situation and this new ruling, there's a new boulder that's dropping every week, and it's going to continuously happen. The business side is inevitable that it's going to rear its head into the whole NIL situation, but also just the changing landscape. Donald Trump dropped some regulations on NIL, which we talked about actually last episode, that we had an inkling that something, on the regulations level was coming. He did say that any third party was now not allowed to pay athletes direct, but this whole situation it can't be black and white. It's all gray, because the only thing that's going to happen, which we've speculated is already happening, is that a lot of these rich alumni, a lot of these rich boosters, a lot of these rich corporations, they're kind of teaming up because they want to see their programs be successful. It's like any other business, right? A lot of these companies are probably running it through a lot of these alumni, a lot of these donors through the school. So that money is going to find its way to these players some way, somehow. But at the end of the day, we want the players to be able to have an opportunity to make money for themselves, especially in college, and then, be able to take advantage of their name and likeness. It's only fair. I get that. I think what we always talk about is the fact of how it's going to change this whole landscape of talent. Are people going to be able to stay? The original reason why these programs want to put all this money in is because they think it's going to bring this monetary success to their programs. But I mean, unless you regulate it, these guys are going to be coming in for these huge payments and then leaving after 1 year, which you alluded to with Gavin McKenna last episode, a one and done, which I completely agree with. That is going to be his situation. But it's an ever-changing landscape. We're going to keep talking about it because it's so fascinating to keep talking about. There's always a new wrinkle and wrench in the whole deal. So we're here to talk about it. But
no, I agree. I agree with you on that, Frank. It's super, super interesting, and I know I said it before, but it basically just turned it into a bidding war, and I guess that they're trying to stop that a little bit from there. But I'm interested. It'll be fun to see.
Next one. We've been talking about this guy for a while. Mason West. Okay. If you guys don't know this kid, you got to look him up. Absolute stud. This is the guy in high school that you're like, dude, this guy's got it all. Star quarterback. Okay.
Yep.
Star hockey player on the hockey team. The guy's an absolute
and a dynamo
man rocket
too. Like,
as well.
Come on.
He's got the world at his fingertips right now. And also, Logan, going to be joining our friends over at the Fargo Force. Katie Merrick working some deals over there at Fargo to get Mason West there. But yeah, first round pick. Guy's a complete stud.
I agree.
I know that we were talking about him still being able to decide on if he still wanted to play hockey because he's got a ton of Division I football offers as well. This kid is an absolute stud. We were in Minnesota, you and I, for the and Jay for the Minnesota High School Hockey Festival. And I remember the Edina game, the dude got 3 goals in the first period. So Hattie in the first period, guy's an absolute menace, and I can't wait to see what's going to be cooking with this guy in the future.
No, I agree. Just a super good athlete, just to top it all off. Very, very interesting. There's also another kid. He's an Ohio kid from Cleveland, AJ Spellacy, who kind of in literally the same exact shoes as Mason, drafted to the Blackhawks, has multiple Division I offers for football, and I believe he was a wide receiver or a tight end. So it's just really cool. It's been happening for a while, especially for those Minnesota boys too, like Blake Wheeler. I know I said that before, but Blake Wheeler was a stud football player as well. We can bug Mason West to hop on the pod from our people at Fargo.
Well, let's move into who we got on the show this week.
I mean,
the boy we know,
the one and only,
as the one and only Mad Max Martin. Logan, you could probably chip away in regards to just what Max means to you, but I just wanted to say Max is an amazing kid. What you're going to hear in this interview is another amazing hockey journey story, but another example of just betting on yourself, betting on your abilities, and grinding through all the opportunities within that journey to just know that you're going to be successful. Max is a kid that's just built different. The interview is amazing, and just being able to hear his story and being able to, for the younger generation, hear that it's not easy. And we say it all the time. This is not easy. And to be successful isn't easy in any facet of life. And it's in those moments that you have to bet on yourself. It doesn't matter what the circumstance or what is being told to you. You have to just know that you're going to be successful. I can't say enough about Max and what he's done to this point, but again, what he's going to achieve.
Max reached out to myself and the brand, wanted to support, and then he ended up loving all the products when we sent it to him. So I've known Max for a little while now. When he was actually still playing in the NAHL for the Wisconsin Wendigo, not a big deal. MVP of the NAHL, offensive player of the NAHL. Just an amazing dude. I think he's one of the most down-to-earth elite athletes I've ever met in my life. He's from a small town up in Michigan. Really an underdog story every way through there, and it shows you that no matter where you're from, they're going to find you if you're a good hockey player and move into that next level. And Bowling Green's going to be quite the wagon this year. So we are very, very, very excited to see Max. And yeah, we really hope you guys enjoy this episode.
You know, Logan, you can always tell guys that are quote unquote underdogs or that have had to work for what they've got, because that chip on your shoulder never goes away. And that, especially at the highest level, guys are playing professionally, you'll always see the highest performing professionals are the guys that at some point had that chip on their shoulder, because you always remember that it was never given to you and you worked for it all. And I think Max is a huge example of that. We hope you love the interview. Without further ado, Mad Max Martin, Bowling Green State University hockey player and friend of the family. Hope you guys enjoy.
Boys, welcome back to another amazing episode of the Locker Room Life podcast. I have one of my amazing athletes, amazing hockey player, amazing human, Max Martin, joining us today on the podcast, repping the swag. I love it. I got something on my chest too, but just an outstanding player. North American Hockey League MVP in the 2023-2024 season. Also forward of the year. Not a big deal, but it's fine. Going from there, he's now having an amazing stint at Bowling Green State University, and can't thank you enough for being on the pod, brother. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, boys. Excited.
Max, you played in a lot of leagues. You made a lot of splash everywhere you played. Take us through the whole journey everywhere. I know Michigan, born in Michigan, played in Michigan. So take us through the whole journey.
Yeah, so I'm an up north Michigan kid, about an hour north of Saginaw, 3 hours north of Detroit, so like middle of nowhere, up on Lake Huron, like small little tourist town. Played house hockey up until 13, I think it was. Or no, I played travel in Saginaw, like double A, like for a little bit here and there. Then first time playing triple A, I was 13. My parents would make a 2.5 hour drive 3 days a week to play at Meyer. They're the backbone of everything I do. Like they're so awesome. Like wouldn't be where I am without them. So I did that at 13, and then went back, played another year at Double A after 13U and Bay City, like an hour away. And then my 15U year was like my first year, like real Triple A. So I played 15U Meyer, drove 2.5 hours, played there. And then I ended up going to Fox my next year, Fox Motors out of Grand Rapids. So I had to bill it there. So moved away from home at 15 just because there's no hockey like where I'm from. So that was interesting, like culture shock moving away at 15. But did that. 16U and my first year of 18U, I played at Fox Motors. After my first year of 18U, I tendered with the Odessa Jackalopes. Tendered in the North American League. Went down there, training camp, got cut like week before the showcase. Was devastated. I cried. I was in rough shape. Um, After that, I went to the CCHL, played there for half a year. I had a good little stint there, and then we got shut down for 2 months because of COVID. So I ended up going back to 18U, played my second year of 18U there. Ended up playing at Bigby out of Lansing. They were Meyer, they're Bigby now. Played there, ended up tendering with Minot like right before states. Finished the year there, and then went to Minot training camp. Played the first half of the season, fourth line grinding, mucking it away in the trenches. I ended up getting traded. Oh, this is a good story. So Christmas Day, we have to be home the 26th. Christmas Day, my flight is to Minot because we got to be there the 26th. Christmas Day flight gets
Oh
canceled.
man.
We rebook it for 3 o'clock that day. We have to stop like wrapping presents because we got to book it down to Detroit. Stop opening presents. We book it down to Detroit. Get down to Detroit. Finally make it in time. It was a snowstorm. Like roads were so icy. Like parents driving me. We get to the hotel or we get to the airport. Flight's delayed an hour. Flight's delayed an hour and a
Oh
half. 2 hours. My parents are already gone, like back home. My flight gets canceled completely. I have to stay the night in a hotel in Detroit by myself with no car. No car, no nothing. My flight's the next day. I like take a shuttle from the hotel back to the airport, fly in the next day, layover, like don't get there till like 5, practices at 7. Picked up from the airport straight to the rink. I'm walking in the rink. I don't even get to the locker room yet. Assistant coach comes on. Hey, can you go
man.
see coach in his office? After all that, I get to coach's office, trades me, just
Oh
dishes me right
my
away.
god.
Right away, just get dished. And then I went to Wisconsin, drove there the next couple of days, played ended that year in Wisconsin, had a really good run there to finish out the year, and then played my last year at juniors in Wisconsin the whole time. Ended up coming to BG around January and had a good freshman year last year.
Holy smokes. First of all, the fact that your life is fucking fast forward is amazing, but kind of more in awe is we talk about it all the time, man. You are a true example of if you can play, they will find you. And I really commend you, man, because and we'll go through it, but how many times were you like, you know what, man? I don't even know if this is fucking worth it. Fuck this. I'm doing it. I'm going because I have to get there because I know that I can make an impact on the next level.
All that like my parents put in for me, like obviously you don't do it for them, but like knowing that like how much work they were putting in like pushed me to put in so much work too. Like I've always like over my hockey career I've just learned to love to prove people wrong. And I think that's kind of what like pushes me like every day, like continuing to prove people wrong, prove coaches wrong that didn't take a chance on you. Obviously like 2 years of 18U, like super rare, like still making a D1. Like I was a late bloomer for sure. I wasn't able to start working out or skating in the summer until I was
Wow,
18
man.
years old.
Wow.
I've really only had like 3 years of summer training under my belt. And like, I feel like that's just kind of like, it just goes to show like how much more I have left in the tank.
Dude, that's ape shit, bro. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
Pretty much.
I mean we've been in touch for so long, and this is really the first time that we've become face to face. He's been big fan of the brand and what we're doing. So it's awesome, bro. It really is. I mean, I was so fired up when I saw you and you got the MVP in the NAHL. That's always a fun thing. But I mean, just to backtrack it a little more from the hockey journey, and we talk, and it's kind of another branch off topic that we have all the time. It's like literally, I don't know how, Frank. It comes up in every single podcast. Like the parent sacrifice of them to be great is the biggest and so overlooked in so many different situations. Like on top of them driving you those routes and putting all the money into it, like I was the same as you. Like I moved away when I was my 15U year. Like I was gone my 15U year.
Yeah.
And that's a sacrifice in itself. Like maybe some people may not seem, but like you're letting the kid leave at 15 years old. Your frontal lobe is just starting to develop and nothing is happening.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So it's just very special. And I know, and just from literally the few words that you said about them, I know how much they mean to you with kind of the whole journey and everything.
Yeah. And like facing a lot of backlash too. Like I'm in a small town in northern Michigan, like no hockey, like all like people in the town like thought my parents and I were crazy. Like I remember like my Spanish teacher, like I left after my freshman year. I
Me
was going my
too.
sophomore year, and my Spanish teacher, someone like told her I was leaving, like in the middle of class, and she goes, "Why would you ever do that? That's baffling to me." Like just like calling me out, like some I was like 15 at the time. Like people already just questioning why you're doing everything, and like stuff like that kind of just pushes you to want to
Yeah,
do it
man.
even more.
A lot of that too is that's kind of small town mentality, right?
Yeah, for
It's so
sure.
easy to be complacent and to just sit
Yep.
in a small
You're
town
so right.
and work there, go to school there, maybe not go to school because most of the time you probably work, let's be honest, you're probably working in the city, in the community, and you're staying there. You're having a family, and pretty much it's a rinse and repeat type
Exactly. Yeah.
situation. But it really isn't, and it's not a knock on it at all. I
No.
just think
Mhm.
it's more of a, from an inspiration standpoint, it really takes somebody from a small town to
Awesome.
have a vision. And I
Yeah.
commend you on having the vision and more importantly, having parents
Yeah.
that support the vision. This as well, and Logan knows this and myself as well. Parents, they do so much to shield us away from the ways that it can't work, and they
Mhm.
want to support the ways that it can. The
Yeah.
only thing that they ask, and I'm sure your parents were the same way, Logan's parents were the same way, same as mine, that you really push and give everything that you have into it so that you can reap the benefits
For sure.
100%. And I mean, again, man, I can't say it enough because for you especially, you get going on this amazing path, stop, and then you get going and you stop, and you get going and you stop, and for a normal person, that can be pretty daunting. Man, is this a sign? Are
Yeah.
we working with signs? Maybe this is not going to work or whatever. But again, man, this is you have such an amazing journey where just it's persistence and really keeping your eyes on what you want and achieving goals, and it's amazing. And I kind of want to go through your junior career because I know you kind of grazed over it, but when you got to Minot, look, I'm here, I'm playing. I'm sure you were able to get the playing time to finally show what you could do. Was that kind of a byproduct of you being able to just produce because you finally had the time to do it?
Yeah. It's kind of like that. Like I was going there like originally, like oh my, like first few weeks I was like, all right, how many forwards do we have? Like how many left wingers are coming in? Like
Yep.
everyone does
Everyone
it.
does
Like okay, we
it.
got six guys. I gotta beat him and him to get
Yep.
here. Like
Yep.
everyone does it. No, if you say you don't do it, you're lying. Everyone does it. Like I went in there, like saw like what was ahead of me, just like put my head down. And mine out that training camp was the hardest training camp of my life. Like they pushed us to the brim, and it was like a lot of it was mental. So like just pushing through mentally, and then eventually like showcase came around. I like the NAHL
Yeah.
showcase kickoff event. I ended up taking the team. Started out fourth line, like had a good showcase, like played well, just like played my role, and then yeah, I just kind of kept going from there. I did okay in Minot, like just under half a point a game. Didn't really get that confidence, you know. Like I feel like that's such a huge part of hockey that you can never teach. Like you can't teach it, like you can't practice it or anything. And then yeah, like Minot, it was tough. Like the days were hard. Like you're in the middle of North Dakota, like it's 50-degree winds, like snow everywhere. Like you're just like you're very low. Like I was super low point. Like I got ended up getting traded around Christmas. Like I didn't ask for it or anything. Like and I was crushed. I was absolutely crushed. Like I was crying, like all the boys, like leaving all the boys, leaving the city. Like it's a sick city out there. After I was sad, I realized, like, talked to my parents, and they're like, like this is a great opportunity for you. Like, you have a fresh start. That is something that so many people
Yeah,
never
man.
get. Taking advantage of that fresh start is something that you have to do because not a lot of people get the chance to do it. So you got to take advantage of
And
it.
fuck, dude, you definitely did. It was so cool to see what you were doing at the Windigo. I mean, you grazed over it, but he was also leadership role. You're the captain of the team. Like it's like that's awesome. And being able, it's kind of no matter what, especially junior A, anywhere you're playing in the world, it's always an honor to wear a letter, of
Yeah,
course, and lead
super.
those guys out into to doing that every day to better their lives.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting and cool thing. And like, how was Windigo? Like, obviously, you were probably
Oh,
the talk of the town, dude. Like, it's probably a super small
oh, it
town.
was
Like,
so
it had to
fun,
be a
dude. Like,
blast.
oh yeah, small. It's like a small town. Like, I worked at the coffee shop in town, like after practice. So like my face was out there even more. So Yeah, you're just like a local celebrity there. Like it's super cool. Like I went back last weekend because a lot of my buddies are still there. Our school year was done, so like they were in playoffs. So, like I came to watch a playoff game, and like you walk into the rink and like fans are like stopping you, like you can't even
Dude,
get to your seat.
that's
It's so
wild,
cool. Like
man.
you feel like you're on top of the world. Like you're like it's so fun. I tried to have as much fun with it as I could because like in hockey, it's so rare to have an opportunity where you get to
Yep,
be that guy.
100% right.
You get to be the guy.
You couldn't have said it any better.
Like so many people, like all through youth hockey, all through junior hockey, all through college hockey, the amount of people that get to have the experience of being like that guy, like the guy, like it's like
It's very
so
rare.
rare, and like it was really cool to be
And
able
you
to take
touched
advantage
on
of that
and you
for
touched
a
on the
year.
confidence point too, like that being
Yeah,
in that position and coaches letting you do those things and you're basically leading the squad
yeah,
and doing all of that. Like that is a whole different form of confidence that propels you to even more levels, especially
yeah,
you. Like you were, like you said, a late bloomer, like having that
yeah,
confidence and you're like, dude,
yeah.
these guys are, I'm better than every single one of these guys. It's just like, and moving up to those, just the next steps. And it's so cool to see from NAHL straight to the Division
Yeah,
One level and still translating and still kicking ass.
yeah,
And it's super cool. And
yeah. Thank you.
the journey from that, I know we're still touching on this, but what's your overall thought on Michigan hockey? I was a Michigan hockey alumni, bell tire. It was
Yep.
it was a time. It was very very fun. It was
So,
crazy.
yeah, you'll probably find this funny actually. So my my 15 new year, I was going to find like I was gonna go play AAA, and I was deciding what team to make. And so we decided that the one thing I wasn't gonna do was play in Detroit. To a lot of people, that's like, why would you not do that? Detroit's the best hockey in the world. But like to a lot of people that have played hockey in Detroit, they're like, that makes a
Does
lot of sense. There's a lot of there's like a lot of like egos and politics in like the Detroit AAA hockey scene. Obviously, I thought I would be better off playing on a weaker AAA team and playing a lot. Drove a lot for me to you have the puck on your stick more, you're able to work more, practice more, you're playing against better teams. Like I think that was a big part in helping me as
Yeah,
from a
dude.
young age.
Well, we kind of touched on a little bit the comment that I made, but it is true with you. You had the vision of knowing that, look, I believe in myself. I just need the time to show what I can do. And
Yeah.
that's a true firm belief. I'm a Michigan hockey
What do you mean a mission?
skeptic only
Time
because of the
out.
fact.
Let's put a time on this
First
guy.
of all,
What?
first of
It's the
all,
best. It's the
no,
best,
Matt,
man.
Max
It's
talked about it. There's a sense of entitlement with these Michigan
for
kids,
sure.
and it's part of. I'm not going to go on a soapbox about it, but I kind of am
It's
going to do it. But
culture.
look, these people are moving kids from, and I lived in California. Okay, I now live in Arizona. There's people moving their kids themselves and their families to Michigan to play because of the stars in their eyes that they think that they're going to be the birth of a next star.
Yeah,
But the politics of minor hockey, and that's just the
Of course.
organic growth of the
Of
way the
course.
sport is going
Every
right
sport.
now.
yeah.
They've politicized
Every sport.
the whole deal. Like, and don't get me going on the U.S. development team because that's a topic for
All
another
right, you Canadian. You are
episode.
really bad mouthing the United States right now. This is
Listen, no, but the truth is to kind of scale it all the way back. Max, I, again, look, I don't want to fall into the crowd. I want to go somewhere where I can play and I believe in myself, and that's belief, and that's a gutsy move, man.
Yeah.
And I want to roll back a little bit to even these accolades that you got as the top scorer, top player in the league. I know you as a person, no matter how high the accolades are, the best thing about you, man, is you still have that fucking chip on your shoulder and you still have that it doesn't matter. Like I still have more to prove. And that's why
BD,
I think you're
BDC
deadly
picks the
right
best
now.
best
You're
eggs.
deadly right now because, yeah, because you have so much built up inside you to prove. And I think it's awesome, man. I
Thank you.
love it. I love it. And I can't, it's so amazing to hear. Like, and
Thank
you look at it on paper, a lot of teams and people have reasons, but to hear why you did it, I respect you, man.
thank you.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, funny story actually. You'll probably giggle out of this. Me and my dad are like super close. Like he's been like there for me for hockey. He never played hockey, but he's got like a hockey mind that like is like pretty high level. After games, we'd always watch film together, and like there'd be times like after like a weekend, it'd be like a Sunday, and I'm at the rink by myself. Like after a weekend, like sending him videos of me on the ice, like and stuff, like doing certain like stuff, like on a Sunday, like after we like swept someone, like I'm just on a
Me
Sunday
too,
just
man.
working on
Me
stuff,
too.
like
Me too.
like that's just how it is. Like that's just
Hey,
how it
you see
was.
this? You
Like
see this
that's how
great
I am.
breakout dump I
No.
made? You see this dump and chase I made, Dad? It was amazing.
It was a lot of like skating work because like I could
Yeah.
never skate. Like juniors, like younger, I could not skate. I was so slow, like quick, and that's just like kind of where I've been able to start getting back in the past few years is getting that
Yeah,
speed up
you
and the
were.
quickness.
I
So
mean, fuck, you
that's
were moving when I saw you this past year. But, I mean, kind of going past that, and where you are now, like, dude, like Division 1 athlete, like it's the epitome, it's the pinnacle of being a hockey player, no matter what. And what brought you to BG? Like, what were I don't know if you can talk about this or if you want to, but like, what were your other interests in you and what you were doing, and you were crushing. So I'm interested to kind of see what drew you to BG.
I talked to so after the NAHL showcase first weekend of the year, I talked to one school, just a little there. The same school, it was like around October, November. This wasn't BG. They offered me to come out on a visit. And this was a school that I'd like be interested to go to. And they said after this visit, we're gonna offer you and give you 24 hours. Like once again, like I was like, okay, like I know, like I'm gonna bet on myself. Like again, like I know, like I trust in myself. Like this was November, like I had a really good start to the year, but like a lot of people have really good starts to the year and then fizzle out. And I was like, I'm not like I'm gonna go like this year. I'm gonna work hard. Like I'm gonna keep it going. And so I didn't end up going. November, December had a really good month. Started picking up a bunch of interest around right before Christmas break. One of the coaches from BG, like who I'd been talking to, he came out and watched me in person. Like talked to me after the game. I ended up going on. They offered me on a visit there, so I went on a visit there right after Christmas. Stepped on campus, fell in love. Like after that visit, I was like, "There's nowhere else I want to go." Like I just loved it there. Like it was so cool. Like it was a perfect school that I'd always been looking for. It has that every sport there's D1. They got like D1 football too. Like you can go to football games on Saturdays. And like after my like high school experience, not being able to really get that because of hockey. Like I did my junior and senior year online. Sophomore year I went to a different school. I wanted to be able to still get that college experience while still playing elite hockey. And so I ended up committing to BG, like loved the school, loved everything. Right after their season ended, their coach got fired. Pretty crazy. So I'm a new commit. It's March, and the school I'm committed to just lost their coach. What is going on? Like, what am I gonna do? But like our assistant coaches there were so good about it. Like they talked to it. Like they called me right away. Like even the athletic director from the school called me and he was like, "Hey, like I want you to know, like you gotta trust in us. Like we still want you to come here. Like we're gonna find something." And we ended up hiring Dennis Williams from the CHL, and he's absolutely awesome. After hearing his first press conference, immediately got me on my feet. I'm like, I'm playing for you.
I
Like it was
love
just so,
that.
yeah, it was awesome. So and then, yeah, so like like love him. He's great. Like he's exactly the kind of
Dude,
coach you want to
that's
play for. So and then like ever since then, after first year, like I'm obviously
yeah,
coming
man.
back. Like I
That's
love it.
that's
So
so unreal,
yeah,
so sick. And I mean, at least they didn't
yeah,
pull a Miami incident.
exactly
Did you hear
crazy.
about that,
Yeah.
Frank?
Well, I yeah.
Oh my
What?
god. Miami's coach let go of 25 players. There's 3 on campus.
Miami,
Yes.
Ohio?
Little T insider information for
That's
the
Bush
people
League.
listening. That's what's going on. It's crazy, man. So it's cool to see that they honored it. I know
Bush
BG
League.
is we work with BG as a company. My dad's company works with BG. They're always amazing, super
Yep.
professional. and their rink is sick. Like their rink is on top of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like their barn is awesome, bro. Like I love that place.
Rink is sick. Campus is sick.
The
Town is sick. Whenever I like tell people I don't really know about it, I just say it's like the
Frickers,
perfect
baby. I
college
love that
town.
place. That place is the best.
Frickers chicken chunks.
You know what's funny about BG too is they have a lot of Canadians commit to BG. A kid that I went to prep school with at St. Mike's, he ended up going to BG also. This is years ago. This is
Fun fact.
years
Fun
ago.
fact.
I wanted. Yeah, I
Next
was going to
year,
ask you about this. CHL.
we have
Yeah,
6
they
Americans.
have how many CHL guys you have coming in?
10 coming
CHL
in.
guys coming to BG. They have this. They're dude.
CHL
You
guys coming in.
guys
Wow.
are going to be. I'm putting it out here right now. BG is going to be a wagon next year.
There's a lot of buzz around campus. Like we're really
Dude.
excited for what's to come for BG. Like this year we took a good step in the right direction, and we just feel like next year, like we're gonna take a leap.
I gotta ask, man. Again, sticking to your guns, being loyal, being an amazing guy to stick with BG. But once you have this monster season, okay, were there other schools that were coming? I'm sure the interest just came flooding in because, as we all know, everybody's just like, "Oh man, what? Yes, we need him. Let's go."
Yeah, it was cool to like. It was a fun time, like like you get out of practice and like a new coach texted you. Like it's such a cool like feeling. I don't want to sound like cocky or anything, but like it was just such a cool feeling, like being able to like call my dad and say, "Hey, guess who texted me today?" Like I got to call with them. Like it's just such a cool feeling. And then like like there's some good schools out there too. Like and like it was cool. It was a tough decision. Like it was a really tough decision for sure, but I trusted my gut and I'm really happy with it. And like the day like I committed, like my whole like it was right after Christmas and the first weekend back, and my whole family came up to Wisconsin for like that weekend to watch me play. It was probably my favorite weekend ever. I commit Friday morning, like right before a game, like, and we're all like at the house together, and everyone just starts crying. Like it was such a amazing moment, like hugging my parents, like knowing that like I made it, so cool. And then we go out that night, like I had a goal and an assist. We won 3-2, and then come back Saturday night. And I had 4 tucks.
Like, it's like it's like another level just like
weekend.
gets unlocked. Like as soon as that happens, it's like you activate like Super Saiyan mode and it just changes. It's crazy.
Yeah, like and then like that month of January, I just went on a tear. Like I had such a good month. Like a lot of people like have like a commit. They call it the commitment curse in juniors. Like they commit and then they go ghost. And like I feel like I had the opposite. Like I just felt like I had superpowers or something. But yeah, it was cool.
Confidence is deadly for a player. It can kill you or it can literally make you on cloud 9.
And like I think the mindset for kids in juniors, like who do get that commitment, it's not a deep breath after you commit because you're thankful it's there. It's okay, now I got to go make the lineup. Like I got to be ready by next year. Like I can't get decommitted. I got to keep working. Like just because you commit doesn't mean you can take a deep breath. And I feel like a lot of people take that deep breath when they commit. And I think that's where a lot of that like dip
It's such
comes
a good point, dude. It happens with so many people with egos, with everything we talk about all the time, especially being young. Like I couldn't even. We talk about it all the time. Like you couldn't even imagine that. Like there's just the pressure that comes on top of you from there. And you just have to keep overcoming it as well. And on the college standpoint, I know like BG isn't like the flashiest or the biggest or anything like that, but you put a great touch of words onto it, and I completely agree. Where it's like it's a perfect college town. It's the perfect size. Everyone knows the buzz on campus, but it's not too small to where everyone knows everyone. And how do you feel like the facilities are? Like, did you?
Great.
I know.
Great.
I've been in the locker room and been in the weight room. Have you guys? Is it still the same weight room as before, like attached to the locker room?
Yeah, so we have a weight room attached to the locker room. We have a film room, the kitchen, lounge in there, and then like that's just like personal working out, like if you're on your own time. But we work out at the football facility when we were working out like as a team, and that's pretty nice too. But like the thing about like I feel like like it has everything you need, and those I guess more rich programs, you can only get so much better, you know. Like it's how much you use it. It's not what
I
you
love
can
that.
use. When we have everything, I think we have everything you need to go play.
So we've had a couple athletes on here. Where's like the peek behind the curtain a little bit? Take us through just and also kind of educating the younger generation that's listening. The day to day of a Division One hockey player, student athlete,
Yep,
being able to balance your studies, athletics. Take us through a day and kind of just a week in regards to obviously school prep and then into the games on the weekends, just so people can get a little bit of a glimpse of kind of what your day-to-day life looks like.
for sure. Yeah, like for like a home weekend, like practice, you're waking up like 7:15, get to the rink by 7:30. Practice at 9. You got to be there an hour early, but everyone gets there like hour and a half. Like we get there 7:30 for practice at 9. Stretch out, roll out, tape your stick, eat breakfast at the rink. We're lucky to get
Love
breakfast
it.
there. We have food to make breakfast there. Eat breakfast, practice. Like some of our practices, like one time we had a 2.5 hour practice. It was
Holy fuck,
crazy.
man.
Crazy. Like, yeah, it was we practiced, and we have a small sheet like attached to our rink. So it was practice and then ice cut, but you don't get a break when they ice cut. We go to the small sheet and do battle drills. And then when the ice cut's done, you go back to the main sheet, finish practice. Like it was like usually like hour 40, 2 hour
Holy
practices. And
man.
then after practice, you're ripping to the gym, workout as a team, finish up workout, get back to the rink, and we have food, lunch every day waiting for us catered there. So that's like another huge bonus. Usually 2 to 3 classes a day. So after practice, you'd go rip to class, sometimes back to back. So you'd have 2 classes. We have extra ice in the afternoon too if you want to go. Like if you're not ripping class,
You
like we're
guys and
going back to the
you
rink,
guys are
shooting pucks,
academic
having
weapons, huh?
yeah, and then you gotta hop in the library for 4 hours a week to
Yes,
do your study hall
that's what
hours.
Bake says.
You got
At Tech,
four.
they do the same thing.
You yep, you got 4 of those a week. Hop in there, but that was so cool because you're at a D1 school and all the other freshman athletes have
That's
study
so
hall hours. So you get to meet everyone. You get to be
so cool.
friends with everyone. Like all the older guys don't, and we were the first freshman class to have that, like for the hockey team. And so like all the boys at our school, like I'd be walking on campus and like see a bunch of people I knew, and all the guys on the team are like, "How do you like know all these people?" I'm like, "Oh, like we do study hall hours together." Like, hang out. And then after study hall hours, like our class, you'd go home, eat dinner, and try to get to bed early because you got to do it all over again the next day.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a lot of people again that are listening to this and you only see glimpses of the successes, but
yeah,
the hard work,
hmm
the journey, the story, the struggle, all part of everything. And still now, you in college as a Division One athlete, there's no time to take a breath and just say, "Oh yeah, well this is nice. Today, tomorrow's a new day."
yeah,
Today's like maximizing as much as we can today
yep,
and moving right swiftly into tomorrow, and like being better tomorrow than we were today. So we always like to ask the athletes that because it's second nature to you guys,
yeah,
but to another person, it just gives them perspective,
yeah,
especially the younger players,
hmm
on what it takes
yeah,
to survive
yeah.
um, once you get there. Because
So everyone
to
wants
get
to
those,
go.
to
Yeah,
get
no one
those
wants to
one
grind.
one thing, but to stay and to play and to
Yeah,
be consistent, there's a lot of moving factors, and especially in college because academics is a huge piece of that. So it's not
yeah,
like you can just be like, oh yeah, school is just there and it's kind of a
yeah.
part and parcel to it all. But
And
no,
like,
man.
our coach says, like, I love, like, he says this all the time, and he's like, you prepare and you work every single week for that 3 minute win song in the locker room at the end of the weekend. And like, you can't say it like more perfectly. You do everything for that 3 minutes that like there's no feeling. Like I was watching this like interview the other day, and this guy said like that feeling you get like with your team once it's gone, Like once you're done playing, you don't get that feeling again till your wedding day or
Man,
the birth
no,
of your kids. Like you don't
you're
get
making
to
me
have that
depressed
feeling
right
again.
now.
So you need to
You're
maximize
making
that
me
anytime
upset
you
right now. Relax. No, man, you're right,
no, but
bro.
like
You're right.
it's
It's
tough. Yeah.
I mean, I have. I mean, I'm younger than you by a year. It's we
Mhm.
kind of been around kind of the same circuits, been around the same people. It's
All those
crazy,
same
dude.
people.
Like
Yeah.
it's crazy how different journeys
Mhm.
vary. Like you are playing at the highest level, going through all that adversity, and then there's just other people who do other things on the other side, and it's just very, very interesting and so cool to see. Like Frank was saying, the journey of it all. It all leads us, and we're firm believers that hockey players always end up to be somewhat decent people after they're done with the game. And can really, really do
Yeah, for
something
sure.
of impact no matter what. And really, just a
Mhm.
little side tidbit question before I dive into the more important one. You got any superstitions?
I try to stay away.
Really?
I try to stay away.
You are
Yeah,
one,
I try to
Max.
stay
You
away as
are
much as possible.
seriously one of the only hockey players in the world who may not have a superstition.
That's exactly why. I have this really weird thing. Like a lot of people will call this crazy, but it kind of goes with the confidence thing. Like I think I played my best hockey when I'm thinking about anything but hockey. I
I was the
try
same
to
way, Max. I was
not
the
think
same
about
way.
hockey at all. Like I
Yep.
try to think about it as little as possible, and like I mean, a coach like not in a bad way. Like I obviously like I think about hockey, but like preparing for a game, like I try to go to a place to where I'm loose, like I'm free,
Huh.
and I think that
I
like
wish,
helps out.
Max Martin. I
Yep.
wish it would be a very.
Logan Kuva had
Oh
mental
yeah, man.
warfare
I
on
was
his
such
mind
a.
when he
I
was
mean,
about to.
you can ask any player I played with or practiced with or whatever. I was Hall of Fame first ballot practice player. I was Hall of Fame first ballot. If you saw my live barn clips during practice, fellas, you'd be asking some
Dude,
serious questions about why I'm here right
dude, me too. Like I
now.
have a funny story. Like
Shut
training camp
up.
this year.
You,
training training camp this year. I'm at practice, and like this is the first few weeks of the year. I'm just hitting everyone I can, like just trying to be as physical as possible. I can share this story because he was my roommate last year. He's a great dude. We're in a drill 5-on-5, open ice. Like he had his head down with the puck. I just let it. I laid him out, and puck comes back down the ice. Like he tries to hit me. I don't even really have the puck. I move out of the way. He barely misses, and then I'm like down. I'm down in the corner without the puck, just like looking over my shoulder, and he comes and he just drills me from behind, like straight from behind. And it was so funny. Like we could laugh about it now, but like practice player, like guys were saying like you're going too hard, and I was like I'm sorry, but like I'm
yeah,
trying to
man.
make the team.
I
Like
gotta.
I can't feel
You're
bad.
mucking in the
Yeah,
trenches, like you said, dude. And
like
it's like
but
the
yeah.
NAHL league is crazy, and I'll ask that at the end about your favorite story from Vietnam, as the hockey landscape would love to call
Yeah.
it. Shout out Vietnam hockey, you're goated, you are amazing.
Mhm.
Collaborators with the brand as well.
Thanks
Yes,
for the merch.
great merch.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
CHL ruling, I know you touched on it earlier. What do you think of it? Like, do you think it's going to be good for the landscape of hockey in general? I know it's kind of a touchy situation of you being a player, but I know I
Yeah.
mean, personally, I'm not going to say any names, obviously, but I've talked to many players who are very, very upset about the role of American players.
For sure. And yeah. Yeah, and like I can see both sides. Like I can see a lot of people being upset that oh, like all these guys are coming in taking away roster spots, like this and that, but like you gotta embrace and
Yep.
love the competition, you know? Like you gotta think like if these are the best guys in Canada, like that are want to play college hockey, and why like, having the ability to play the best players playing the best what is the best league in the world? Not like you see a lot of NHL guys or like pro guys. They talk about like I like college was my favorite time. Like college is like it's the best. Like college hockey is
Yeah,
so
it is.
awesome, and you think like you want to have the best players playing, and like bring them
I
on.
love
Like
that.
that's awesome.
I
That's what
You
you
made me
want.
run through a wall
Yeah,
right now.
and And if you're upset about really good hockey players coming to play in a really good hockey league, there's something deeper there that you need to think about, honestly, because that's just how it is.
Also, a second side of that question is, do you think that would have changed? Did you always want to play college hockey? I think that's the first part of the question. Were you
Uh,
always, I want to play college? I was. I didn't even care. I didn't even
I
care
was
if I wanted to play pro. I
I didn't
literally
even know
wanted
there
to play
was an
college hockey.
I didn't even this will tell you like how I was as like a young player talent wise. I didn't even know what the OHL draft was until after like my draft year was over.
dude. I was so obsessed with that. I
Like I
wanted to
didn't
play major junior. So
like I didn't even know. Like I never got drafted to the O, I never got drafted to the U show, like never got drafted to any of those. Like I was a college guy and the one thing it does suck is I think stories like me, like I think are gonna be almost non existent with this roster cap, with the CHL ruling. Like guys from the NAHL aren't really gonna make it anymore, which
Nope.
sucks because like I love that league. Like it did so much for me. I think it's a great league. There's great hockey players there. But like a path like mine is gonna be like
Yep.
even less and less. And it's gonna be really hard for these late bloomers to end up going and playing Division 1 hockey.
You're 100% right, man. It's really going to
Yeah.
affect it all the way down to the brim. Frank, that was such a good segue into that back half of that question. Um, and yeah, I mean, to kind of touch on some before we hit on the light points at the end, but like, what was your? I mean, I know you mentioned some different stories, but like, what was the hardest point of the struggle of everything going on in your life and the hockey journey?
Yeah, I'd probably say like after my first year of 18U when I got cut from Odessa. I had just finished my first year of 18U and like tendered with Odessa. I'm like, okay, like I gotta make it. Like this is really it for me. And after I got cut, I was like, like 2 years of 18U, like my chances of Division 1 are probably less than like 1% realistically. Like I don't know how many guys have played 2 years of 18U and ended up going Division 1. So like I was sitting there like in Minnesota. We were in Minnesota. I was sitting there. I was like, do I just go back and play high school hockey and like go have fun, like hang them up, like do this, do that? And then I realized like, why would you say that? Like you're such like, don't be an idiot. Like believe in yourself, man. Like you can like do this. And then I ended up calling my advisor at the time and I was like what do I do from here? He goes, well, like you can go back, play 18U, or we can like you can go play in Canada, like this coach wants you here, out in Pembroke. And that was probably the lowest I've been. And then I was like, okay, like, this isn't over. Like I'm not written off yet. I have 3 years left. Like what am I talking about? But like at that point, like that was probably my lowest. But yeah, coming back from that, like those experiences like really helped shape
Yeah,
me
man.
as I got older.
When you signed your scholarship, like, take us through the first thought in your head, because I think that that's such a vivid memory for you. Did that just take you back to that moment? And I think dude, I'm getting kind of emotional about it because that's literally what it's about. There's no way that you can see above the mountain, and then you get over to you make it over there. Do you take yourself way back? Fuck, I remember that moment where it was just, this is never gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just like all the times you thought like you would never make it. And like I think like almost more than that, like getting like my first ever like offer I got, like I think that was the moment I was like, holy, like I did it. Like I can go play. But like even then, I was like, yeah, but like just because like there's guys that don't play it, like don't even play a single game after they commit. Like this isn't over. Like I gotta keep going. And like that was it. And like yeah, like moments like that are huge. Like my favorite moments like was from this season when we played Ohio State home and home. We played at
Who
Ohio
beat you?
State on
Teach me.
Friday. It
Sorry.
was like early. I scored my first goal at
Ew.
Ohio State. One of the coolest moments. Like my parents made the drive down, like playing at Ohio State. Scored my first goal, and then Saturday we play at BG. And like my line played really good Friday, so like we were starting Saturday, sold out Slater. Like the rink was sold out. Ohio State home opener. Like coming out to start that game, you're like, oh, like
You're
yeah,
buzzing.
you just
You're
bug it. It
buzzing.
was the coolest. That was the coolest feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
man.
it was so cool. Yeah,
That's those.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like those
I was
moments
just gonna
it
say
makes
that
it all
those are the
worth it.
moments that it's all about, dude.
Yeah.
Like where you can feel, and like if I'd be sitting in the crowd, I'd be crying at the national anthem. I'd just be like, woo! I'd
Yeah,
be getting
literally.
fired up.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. The best pump up song
oh,
like
bro.
ever.
Oh,
The
bro.
national anthem when you're
When
ready to play. Like you're
I
just
went to the
going.
Stadium Series in Columbus, bro. Oh my.
Oh, with the
Oh,
Jets
dude.
over
I
too.
was sobbing like a
Oh,
little girl. It was over.
oh yeah, that's
And
awesome.
really, like, to kind of as we start to wrap this bad boy up, like, you got to give me the best story from the trenches, like right now. You got to give me, as of course, I know you're a Division I athlete still. You got to keep it PG, but give me
Yeah,
your best story from the trenches.
there's like a few like funny ones. Like we were actually in a good area. Like we can chat like after. And there's some funny things, but like one time last year we were playing and we're playing. I won't even say the team's name. Like um, and we beat them on a Friday night. And after the game, the mom and dad of a kid on the other team are there, and they're just hammered. And the dad gets into a fight with one of our fans in the lobby, like in the lobby of the rink. Cops get called. The cops show up. Fight. They break up the fight. He's like, okay, like I'm going, like back to my hotel. The cops like, all right, take this breathalyzer. Gets breathalyzed. Doesn't pass. The mom is over, like his wife is over there. She's like, "Oh, I can drive," and she's holding like two high noons in her hand. And the cop is like, "No, you can't drive either." So the kid on their team who was playing has to drive them back to their hotel after the game, and their team bus follows him back to the
Oh
hotel. And they're
my
hotel.
God. Bro, the stories from that league are endless. Listeners, if you're out here, I'm giving a subtle and heavy plug to Vietnam. They post the best stories on Instagram from the one of the grittiest leagues in the world when it comes to junior hockey. But
Yeah,
such pushed out so much great talent, like our friend Max here, and it's just so interesting. There's so many. I think the big thing in the NAHL, obviously, everyone knows it's fights, but those coaches
yeah,
are something
yeah. There's
else in that league. They are
and
crazy.
I was lucky enough to. It was like Wisconsin. I had a great coach. Like he was awesome. So I was
I've
really
heard good
lucky.
things
Like
about
he
him.
ended up leaving. Yeah, he left after our season. He's the
Yep,
assistant coach at Augustana now. So yeah, so
that's awesome.
he was awesome. And then our assistant coach took a head coaching job in the NAHL right after.
Max, I got to ask you one thing, a couple things also before we kind of wrap this up, but
Sure.
we're all about the boys, right? Beauties that you played with, not about the accolades, not about the guys that got their names in the lights. We're talking about the guys that you played with that are just, you close your eyes and you're like, this guy's an absolute beauty. You always remember him. We
Yeah.
want you to bring that guy up right now.
Give him
Give
his
him his
love.
little
Thanks. Oh,
pump
appreciate
up
it.
his tires right now. Hope he's listening. Tag him in this.
All right, I'll say something funny. Like this um Braden Beam, one of
Green
my
Bay
boys from
Gamblers. I played
Wisconsin,
against when I was
04. Like
young.
yeah, you probably played him. Like the ones that know, they know. There's a thing in junior hockey. It ends in watch. It ends in watch. Like you guys know what I'm
I
talking about,
do.
right? So he was on it all year and he embraced it like no other. Like that was his thing. That was his thing. And so this year I'm at school. He's age out this year. He had a really good year, like tore it up. They're in the Robbie Cup too. Good luck, boys. Uh-huh. I get a video in the group
Oh
chat. It's like in
no.
December, like dog days of school. They're at workout in like a stretching circle. he gets up and he stands up and does this like 30-second heartfelt speech of how he's retiring, and he hopes that he can pass the torch on to the next great player on the watch. And it was just
Oh,
so funny. Like he's just one of a kind, like the nicest kid ever, biggest locker room
yeah,
guy
dude.
ever.
Is he
Like
still
he's
is? If
awesome.
I'm correct, this is just me being have a weird hockey brain. He's still committed to Clarkson.
He was
He
committed to
was
Clarkson, yeah.
okay. I didn't know if he was or
Yeah,
not.
he
But
was.
that's
He
awesome.
was.
I played against
Yeah.
him. He's a hell of a player too. On top of that,
Yeah, oh my god, he's such a beauty. He's awesome.
man,
Yeah.
that is
And there's another. I'll give him one more guy. This kid on our team last year, his name is Danil Dolchenko. He's from Russia. He's an '04 from Russia. And him and I,
Russia's
he was there for 3 years before me. So he'd been there forever. And they had the same assistant coach since then. So like our assistant coach, he was a beauty too. Like he was awesome. Like always joke around with us. Like, and so we're in Alaska for playoffs. And before we leave for Alaska, Daniil, he's just this like Russian dude, like so funny. He steals our assistant coach's Crocs. He steals his Crocs and smuggles them all the way to Alaska. And we're in Alaska at like we were team meal at this a Chinese buffet in Anchorage, Alaska, in the middle of May. And we're in this like broken off room by ourselves, and he gets up and stands on top of his chair, like like in the restaurant I could hear him. He bangs on his glass, and he starts his speech, and he's like, "The league sent us in the results, and I would like to congratulate our coach, Casey Curley, on being the beauty of the year." And everyone just goes crazy at the whole place. And he gives him his Crocs, and it was so funny. Like just moments like that. What is going on? But it's
yeah,
so
dude.
fun. Like stuff like
Oh,
that.
it kicks me back, bro, and I know it's
Yeah,
beautiful. It really is. I mean, it's
it's
something
so fun.
as silly as that.
Yeah,
You'll remember it. You'll literally remember it
yeah,
forever.
yeah. It was so fun. Yeah, like yeah, it's
yeah.
awesome.
Also, biggest inspiration for you. I know again, it's been a long, amazing journey to this point. Who's who's kind of just shout outs to some good inspirations for you and guys that really helped you along the way because I know there's a ton of people along the
Yeah,
road.
I mean, my family, like, they've done so much for me. Like, I like not only like going and taking me everywhere, but missing like, I have a brother and sister. They're 2 years older than me. They're twins. Like, missing their events too. Like, my brother he played high school hockey here. Like, my parents missed a lot of that because they were traveling with me and stuff like that. And so I'd say like they're probably like my biggest inspiration. Just like how hard they worked for me. Like, just made me want to work
It's
that
amazing.
hard back. And then like honestly, like just being able to look back in 10 years and say I gave it my all. Like saying, okay, I didn't goof off that one summer and just go to the beach every day. Like knowing I gave it everything I had, and if it worked, it worked, and if I didn't, I gave it everything I had.
The next generation, we always ask this as well. What is your advice to the next generation, to the next younger listeners? What's your biggest and best advice for them?
God, that's a good question. Probably just never sell yourself short. Take every criticism you've ever had with a grain of salt, because the only person that truly knows what they're capable is yourself.
Whew.
And you can always push and work
You
harder.
are spitting right now, my boy. BG has made BG has made you very articulate. That was very well said. Um, it's amazing, dude. And honestly, like the last thing that I have to ask you is like, what's next for Max Martin? Like I know college, you still got 3 more years of everything, but what is next? Do you want to go play professional hockey?
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, that's obviously the goal. That's the dream. When I was younger, my first ever advisor, he was super close to me. Like, we were pretty close. Like, he was like an older brother to me. He always told me he played college, he played at Ferris, had a really good career at Ferris. And he always told me, I wish when I was younger, I never had my dream be to play Division I hockey. Because when I got to Division I hockey, I realized I can go play pro. And he says if I had wished my goal was the NHL, I never would have like stuttered in my process or stopped. Like always shoot for the moon or shoot for the stars, and if you land on the moon, that's okay. But don't shoot for the moon and realize you could have reached the stars if you didn't just shoot for the moon.
My goodness.
Whoa.
Dude, I think that mic drop, it's over.
Mic drop.
It's done. Episode's over, guys. See you later. Thanks for listening.
Max, as we wrap this up, man, I can't say enough about the journey and your ability to reflect and know what it took to get there, but also live in this moment right now, but have a vision for the future. And it's such a good example for the next generation to just learn from. And that's what Logan and I are trying to do with this. We're trying to bring the consistencies of us as hockey players, of what makes us awesome people in our DNA, but also just let the next generation know and people out there know that it's hard, man. It's not easy. And anything that's worth it takes hard work, dedication, and commitment. And you deserve everything that you've received to this point.
Yeah.
And I hope that and I know that you will keep that killer instinct in you, because you got that chip on your shoulder, man. I'm calling it right now. I'm getting on the Max Martin train. Buying stock right now.
DDT has been invested in that stock.
Hooking up the wagon. Hooking up the wagon, buddy. But no, in all honesty, Logan and I say this all the time. We've been truly blessed with all the people that have taken the time to share their story, because we're players first and foremost. And I don't know, man, it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing to know that no matter what generations we played in, I'm a little bit older than you fellers, but it's still the same shit, man.
Yeah.
We still see the game the same way.
Yep.
The biggest thing that we miss when the game's gone is being in the locker room with the boys. It doesn't matter, man. That stuff, that love for those little moments, that never goes away. And I'm so happy that you have perspective to live in this moment. And I thank you so much for coming on, man. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, and it's obviously a privilege to be able to come on and share my story, but it's really awesome you guys giving people, a platform to be able to share that as well. Because that's not always taken for granted. Like, you think, oh, I get to go on a podcast, like that's gonna be cool. Like, we just get to talk about myself, but having like an ability to share your story and be able to if it makes one person's journey better, then it was all worth it.
Yeah, man.
So,
God,
thank you guys.
We have been invested in this stock. Everyone, listen, you can. Please stay tuned on my man. He's amazing, as you can see, and you listen. He's an amazing human, amazing hockey player, and man, I'm so pumped to see what you can do. And I'll get you some double wide clear here in the next week.
Max, we appreciate you again, brother. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, later, brother.
See you guys.
Thank you again for Mad Max joining the Locker Room Live podcast. Again, as we talked about in the pre-interview, this kid's amazing. We can't wait to see what he's got in store, but so humble. What a journey he's had to this point. Sky's the limit for this guy.
No, Frank. I mean, I really hope you guys enjoyed that interview, because I know we did. It was an absolute pleasure to have Max on here, tell his story, really break down, the ins and outs of being a junior hockey player. And Max really never played a game in the USHL. Put that into mind. And he is the biggest thing with Max, I say, is that he takes advantage of every situation that he's a part of. And it's so cool to be able to be here and witness all of this. Another ribbon on an amazing episode.
Logan, none of this would be permitted.
It's impossible
if we didn't have the amazing support of our amazing sponsors. Best Damn Tape, Buddy Hockey Club, Cut Shield Hockey, Bambino Shave Cream. And before we cap it off, I just did want to reiterate what we talked about in the beginning. We love you guys, and we thank you guys for taking the time. And that goes out to our family, our friends who take the time to actually say, we love listening to it. And that means a lot to Logan and I. And again, we don't take these things for granted. we love everyone who takes the time, and we are going to continuously grow this. And you're giving us the confidence to keep doing this because it's something we love to do. That's it, bud. Logan, take us home.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was Mad Max Martin, and we appreciate you all so much. We'll see you next time.